The truth and nothing but the truth behind the land dispute between Ukwulu and Ukpo communities, Dunukofia brothers, against Abba community. Let's go into details. On the 12th November 1999, the Anambra State High Court, presided over by His Lordship, retired Honorable Justice Obiora Nwazota, the then Chief Judge of the state, in consolidated suits numbers AA/53/75 and AA/11/77, granted declaration of title to the disputed land in favor of the first and second sets of defendants, that is Ukwulu and Ukpo, against Abba community. On 18th November 1999, just 6 days after Nwazota's judgment, Abba filed a notice of appeal. They proceeded to obtain stay of execution from His Lordship Justice G.C. Ononeba on 11th December 2000. Curiously, Justice Ononeba from Nimo, which claims kingship with Abba, granted an unconditional stay of execution to Abba, thereby presenting to the plaintiffs Abba through the back door what they could not obtain during the substantive suit. Armed with that unconditional stay of execution against Nwazota's judgment of 12th November 1999, Abba pretended to have lost interest in pursuing the appeal. Though the stay of execution bounded all parties over the maintained peace in the area and on the disputed land, Abba entered the land, setting up the infamous Oye market of Abba, in attempt to claim the area as part of their homestead, indiscriminately planting signposts, building shops, renting plots of land to GSM operators and collecting tolls, while they quietly plotted to subvert justice. In their desperate bid to achieve their devilish intention of denying Ukpo and the Ukwulu communities the benefit of the above High Court judgment, Abba community filed a motion at the Court of Appeal seeking an order directing the then Chief Judge Anambra State to have the above matter reassigned to another court for trial de novo. However, on 27th June 2016, the said motion was struck out in favor of Ukwulu and Ukpo communities. The Court of Appeal resolved all issues raised by Abba community in favor of Ukwulu and Ukpo communities and dismissed appeal. Court of Appeal /E/86/2012 filed by Abba community. The Court of Appeal also vacated the order of stay of execution granted to Abba community against the judgment of the High Court delivered on 12th November 1999. and further granted warrant of possession over the disputed land to Ukwulu and the Ukpo communities. Dissatisfied with the decision of the Court of Appeal, Abba community went to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, via its judgment delivered on 15th February 2019 by Honorable Justice Paul Adamu Galinji, resolved all the issues against the plaintiffs' Abba community and dismissed their Abba community appeal and ordered that warrant of possession of the disputed land be granted to Ukpo. The said judgment is now reported as Nwora v. Nwabueze 2019. Abba false claim of police intimidation. Contrary to the trending falsehood by Abba people bordering on brutality by men of Nigeria police, the police have been diligently performing their constitutional duty in line with court judgments without being influenced by anyone. No one from Abba community has been harassed, intimidated, or chastised by men of Nigerian police over the said land dispute between Ukpo, Ukwulu, and Abba communities. May we categorically state that those Abba people in prison custody were duly charged to court in charge number MCU/91C/2019 over obvious armed robbery case. Given that magistrate court has no jurisdiction to entertain armed robbery matter, they were remanded in prison custody and the police were directed by the court to transmit the case file to Department of Public Prosecution (DPP) for legal opinion and prosecution. Abba should desist from economizing the truth, deceiving the world, and peddling falsehood. Conclusion. It is surprising that a community would not obey the judgment of the Apex Court of Nigeria, would not obey the Constitution of Nigeria, and would not obey a constituted authority like the Nigerian police force. It is also surprising that a community like Abba, though known be pugnacious, mendacious, belligerent, bellicose, vicious, would go about while armed, robbing unsuspecting citizens of their phones, money, and other valuables, all in the name of land disputes. Abba community almost killed an indigene of Ukpo, Mr. Udoka Ibom, on the 19th day of June 2019. Ukpo community has been law-abiding, going through law and making sure that all their steps are legally guided. It is our foundings that Prince Engineer Ato Eze of Ukpo community, in his benevolence, kind and philanthropist nature, engineered several peace meetings between Ukpo, Ukwulu, and Abba communities, wherein he sincerely pleaded with Ukpo and Ukwulu communities to, despite the fact that the Supreme Court judgment over the said land in favor of Ukpo and Ukwulu concede some parcel of land from the disputed land to Abba community. Questions: what does Abba want? Can one bite the finger that fed him? Can you fight the law? Our note to Abba people: we believe it was not a crime that Ukpo spared the life of his captive Ichinambobo, who happened to be the progenitor of the present Abba community. If Ukpo did not spare his life, Abba community wouldn't have been in existence. Abba community should know that one good turn deserves another, and it is unhealthy to pay good with evil. We advise that Abba should go back or revisit their origin or accept their fate. Abba community should stay off from Ukpo and Ukwulu land. Abba have to realize that we are in a changing world. We have to choose the elements that will improve our lives and culture, and not those that could cause intercommunal war. Abba should accept peace and avoid intercommunal crisis and war.